Good morning. Inizia massima, or simply, 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 David. Yesterday not inch. It's January 22, 2025. It's Wednesday in Naples. Today, Segina, lì Claudi. Fratelli Claudio, Claudio Scana, trasferta in genere, to Siemens Cristiana. It's early afternoon, practically noon and 47. 57 to Fahrenheit 14 Celsius, and this means it's really cold and quindi si periods and factor bullets classic gadget e televisore sono winter period senza queste cose per SQ what si most for SQ perhaps someone no remember I think Roborio Chinese is positive I'm sure to very see that remember these things for same let's also see at the same time it's my purpose for cut video should to watch my videos I know perhaps it's better and I know perhaps paradox for you but not for me and I didn't understand the interrogation Spring and autumn esame, fa che spring and autumn io solo questi aggettivi software vuole fare esame aggettivi 8 se sono notate sono si chiesti a classica aggettivi non si ricorda le acquiste trasformi o se una figura se figo tu ed absolutely and complaining better it's cool no because obviously you entered in winter a few weeks ago so it's in particular this last days week it's really cool no? Ma tu at the same time anche su Meeton I follow in 7 years better 2 points mi spara by this Meeton we move from Meeton is such a trade dove is 2 points are the cold showers if not freezing to whereas it's closing as possible where thanks to 2 points since 7 years so it's for the cold and for this I feel little less than the other people so for this aspect but also for another aspect this is the degrees in general it consists in the degrees in general because in fact apart from last year in part years all'interno of remember first part of winter in general winter like this degree so considering both the aspects the fact that try to fight the cold to raise 2 points of this method and otherwise inspired by this method and the degrees in general for me the temperature is a good and also the condition situation things are good I don't know if also for people if you have same sensations sort of me about this from late to really I think of not because for example think of a cold shower is a bit impossible general people do hot showers I don't know is depends on them is still matter atmosphere today absolutely I can't say the same thing as just the results it's better artistic if I can be feeling as well finish sorry for the air but I woke up in this way today being ready afternoon I think at temperature something this repeat as just before 57 to Fahrenheit 14 Celsius at important thing was the atmosphere at anticipated just before doing this yes there is a curtain since you know as I'm repeating it sometimes when there is a curtain in general should see most perfect trust suppose fa che sulla testa repeat totally what che cloudy non so according what to read considering the trend of the last days and other situations my sensations however I think later will become more dark or obscure cloudy and also that will influence a few moments but as you dopo sicuramente non ci penso Peters si penso sì and if it's clear it's a kind of screen tu devi vedere clear so si dico quindi new versions insomma avanza di stura in small 2 years lo si più pentabile fact the new in quote means this it's too low because we have it already since more than 2 years vabbè and also the view pentabile always visible in every enemy so for me better visible in instantly always in the shot at this moment si mira già shot Riuscito verso Bandit, not visible, not soon in general visible for me, at the visible sentire any shot, not soon in case, at the want to me, general shot. And finally, from medical killer, GX 640, PG 635, also in this case, in similar general shot. Eva, il signal del vivo, for Jean di Borsa, as like it got where. So remember my sister, also myself, to us my kids, and finally, I hope you will get breakfast. Today it's late, general, slightly late for my hours, fantasy early late, I mean for my hours, but I go in person to fare from the record. A reaction, a sembrante società, it was started fucking the breakfast at Fienten and Swambliet. At least started with Fienten and Partner Martinez. It was yesterday, Mangar things. Fix a way past the money on US. Also December 1993. So as I think that record, this record December 1993, so as such. Also repeat, close, close also slightly close. Si ricorda il record, close, si ricorda il record, slightly late, slightly late, si ricorda Myers. I repeat it, just only, almost just only quote noon and 25. But the important thing to show the members that in some way, also today, fortunately, so I'm really hungry. And as we always say, breakfast is always the most ultimate life in the world. Absolutely. And since a few days, you know, since from this other new mythical shot, this other new mythical biscuits, other my favorites, practically this is the Palm breakfast. In particular, I recommend the cereals, Palm cereals. They are fantastic. So I see in the milk to this new shot, not only can see the coffee in it, but there is also the squeak chocolate. So in general, Nicolai's breakfast are always a bomb, but in particular this one it's a mega bomb where I repeat, I truly recommend the Palm Italian cereals because they are superb. I'll see you tomorrow, I suppose, if I don't die. I credo not till tomorrow, what will happen, we'll see.